And now, Kyle and Steven present another episode of the Go F Yourself podcast.
It's Fix.
Really? Well, that's embarrassing. The Go Fix Yourself podcast.
Welcome to the Go Fix Yourself podcast, the podcast we do in our 30s to fix what we learned in our 20s. I am Steven, and across from me is the bearded, green sweatshirted, bloody-eyed Kyle.
Hello, everybody. I have suffered another casualty
Man.
It's January. I'm ready to just
say goodbye to.
Like we said, the dick kick last week.
Yep.
I'm ready to dick kick January because
Tell us why. Tell us why I said bloody-eyed.
Okay, so somehow
Paint us
I
a
have
picture.
popped a blood vessel in my eye, like really bad.
Yeah.
And on camera, but doubt you can see it. But anyways, maybe that'll be the thumbnail. Is the picture of my eye? Oh, fuck. God.
Yeah.
So
you were on the toilet, right?
You
Paint us the scene. You were
I
on
can't
the
even
toilet.
picture.
You pulled out TikTok, and it's you're scrolling, but it's not something's not right. You're
Low
pushing.
fiber.
You're pushing real hard.
No, I think I asked my buddy, I was like, I've been doing the Peloton really hard. So I was like, maybe that happened. Like you can get it from exercise.
That's what I thought when you texted me today and you were like, hey, I popped. I was like, dude, he's just been working out too hard.
I went too hard.
Yeah.
I honestly think this is even worse and more embarrassing per se is I have a tendency to hold in my sneezes because I don't want to COVID awareness. Everybody's like hates when people sneeze. And
Very
instead
aware.
of doing the whole like cover my face, I just go,
bro.
And
I don't know how you do that.
I think that's what did it, to be honest.
That makes sense.
And they say sneezing, coughing is pretty standard for doing that. And I was just trying to save everybody.
We all thank you.
I risk my eye.
We all thank you.
Yeah,
we
so-
appreciate it. And
It's not pretty.
It'll go away though, right? Like
Yeah,
you're not
it's
like
a
this forever.
Week, like
oh
a
wow,
week
really?
or two maybe.
Hey, at least you're working from home. You know?
Yeah, because it's like it looks bloody, but it's
Yeah.
actually like a bruise.
Oh, gotcha.
And so then it like slowly heals.
Yeah, you look like you like
I look like
you got in
I
a
got
fight.
punched.
Yeah.
I did. That's actually
that's what I was setting you up for. Like, all right, tell us what happened. Like, well, I was
I smarted off to the wrong guy.
Yeah,
That's about right. But yeah, what's going on? I mean, you just were in old Soldotna.
dude, we're getting the band back together, man.
I can't believe it. You guys need a manager?
Yes,
I
absolutely.
am on board.
No, 3 years ago, 2019, we recorded some songs, and we just we got to the instrumental parts, and then basically the guy that we were recording with was like, "I don't want to do this anymore." Like literally, not just because he hated us, but just like he didn't want to record people anymore. Like he just was like, "I'm shutting
You
down
made
the
him
studio."
quit. Yeah, I
We were
gotcha.
like, "How bad are we?" And so we've had
you guys
these,
make me want to quit.
We've had these like instrumental versions of songs for the band for 3 years, right? And we haven't had vocals. And so just a few months ago, my singer of the band, Stephanie, she's like, we're doing it. We're getting the vocals done. We're writing the lyrics. We're getting them dialed in. Let's set up a recording studio time. And so basically, I just went down this last weekend to talk about the song, hear what they had written, work on some more melodies, record a little bit of scratch tracks so we have like something to think about. Okay, let's actually, you know what? Let's bring this note down here and, just change it. So when we go to the studio, it's like,
We know what to do.
So it's not like we're like, yeah, we're going to actually try to get the band back together. We're going to go on tour. And it's like, we're all in our mid 30s, They're early 30s. I mean, like, we got a guy who's pushing 40, Ronnie.
Ronnie is?
Yeah, he's getting up there. He's like 37.
Okay, that's only a couple years older than me. So
I mean, he's pushing 40.
I mean,
but
yeah,
anyway, it's like we're not trying to make this like
Papa Ronnie.
we're not trying to make this like a thing. But it was fun. We were talking about before this podcast. It was like, brought back some memories of the old
memories.
Oh my gosh, because you were our manager.
Yeah.
So for the people listening, Kyle toured around with my band as our manager.
Yeah.
When we were in the United States.
And I did terrible. I don't even know if I got us paid.
We did terrible. Bro, I mean,
didn't
like,
know what we were
I was
doing.
going to say, you listen to some of our music that we were playing back then that we thought was so cool. And we're like,
Absolute bangers.
how did people even like us?
You know, you look back on the music you used to play, whether yours or mine, and it's like you realize the only thing that like separated you from like selling out bigger places is just like a little luck, a little timing, just a couple little things.
And writing songs better.
I don't even know. I mean, there's a lot of crap out there.
Well, I think so. I mean, like if you listen to our progression of our albums, it was like, and they were like 2 or 3 years apart. I think if we would have condensed that time and to be like, we did an album a year.
Yeah.
Our progression would have been way more quicker and better. And then, we probably would be selling out.
Music's weird. Because I think was it Alicia?
Selling out coots.
Yeah. Alicia posted that thing about being like
Swing
sports versus like creative stuff. Mm-hmm. It was kind of a meme.
I saw it. Yeah.
You saw what your fiance posted. Yeah.
Well, and
it's okay. It's
okay. Sometimes she posts a lot that I'm like, I missed it. I'm sorry. Let me go back and read it.
Yeah. She's like, I noticed I didn't see your
But
name
she does
on
it
there.
to me too. She was like, oh, you posted? But
Yeah.
see, that's the difference. I have notifications. When she posts, I get a notified.
That's
Stories or
smart.
posts. So, yeah. Gotcha.
Anyways, what she was saying that like sports is like objectively competitive. Like there's a winner and there's second, there's third, whatever. Art, music, whatever it is, there is no like clear cut best or winner. It's all
there's no gold.
Yeah, and it's
no
like it's so
bronze.
true with music because some of the
It's all in
best
the eye
music
of the beholder.
and marketing. But
true.
Like
true.
you look at a lot of bands, you're like, God, how did they freaking make it?
Dude, so many bands.
Even now.
Yeah.
I mean, we could be SoundCloud rappers.
You know, I never made it as a wise man.
Hey.
Never made it as a poor man stealing. But you know what? You know, I'm grateful for where I am right now.
Do you know how many albums they sold?
I don't even want to know. Millions.
Oh, well, yeah.
I mean,
I thought I saw something that said they sold 50 million.
I was gonna say it has to be in the double digit millions.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of
That's a lot of million.
Yeah. Do you know Ronnie Radke? Do you know?
Yes. What's his band name?
Falling in Reverse.
Yes. we played
very checkered
played
past.
a show with them.
Did you win?
Yeah, they came up here and we were like a band.
Was he in it
at
the time?
Yes,
he was.
Yeah, it was them. No, wait, it was. They played before us, so it was them, us, Devil Wears Prada, and Yellow Card or something like that. One of those bands.
Thing.
Yeah, maybe they played after Yellow Card. I can't remember.
Gotcha.
It was one of those like we played with them, but we really didn't. But we did.
Yeah, he's got quite the past.
Yeah,
and, I mean,
colorful human being.
He has some of the catchiest like songs out
Yes.
there. I just hands down, even if you don't like them.
Yeah,
but he, somebody said, Falling in Reverse is the Nickelback of pop or of Warped Tour.
I can almost see that.
And then he's like, Nickelback sold 50 million albums. I'll take that every day. I'm like, that's a good answer. Like,
yeah,
it's just what it is.
Touche.
Yeah.
Touche. I think I would do the same thing too. And also, like,
if you're enjoying what you're doing,
that's the thing.
who
Chad
cares?
Kroeger is not like he's not broke. He's
No. I don't
Nickelback.
think any of them are.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're doing still to this day, probably doing real well.
Let me throw you a fun fact at you.
Okay.
You know they're Canadian.
Yeah.
So there is a serial killer, famous serial killer. And he had this place called the Piggy Palace.
Oh, what?
And so it was a slaughterhouse. And it was like a party mansion, and he was killing prostitutes on the West Coast, like near Vancouver.
All right. Well,
this
is
dark.
This
This isn't like graphic.
Gotta give us a little,
Nope. I like to hit people left field. Anyway, so it's this nasty rundown place that was super dirty and gross.
Somebody's just like out there, like, oh, Kyle.
Oh, he's gone downhill. So supposedly, besides that guy killing like 49 prostitutes.
49?
Yeah. It's like
wow.
this way up there on
also
the list.
shocked that you can just get that number right off the top of your head.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if that's exact, and I'm blanking on his name and somebody's going to yell at me. But
Piggy
anyways,
Palace.
The
Piggy Killer.
used to have parties there like crazy. Everybody in the community would come. Nickelback supposedly played at the Piggy Palace.
Yeah.
When they were just a tiny band.
Oh, that makes it so much
promise
better.
that they did, but that was like the rumor because they were a Canadian touring
So
band.
we're starting the rumor.
I started
they
it
killed
right now.
prostitutes.
No.
Oh,
Well,
no.
yeah, I don't know, but it's a fascinating story. So
Interesting. Yeah, I'd be kind of curious about that. I wouldn't be surprised if there's like a movie out there called going to be called The Piggy Palace, because that's
I'm sure
memorable.
they've
That's memorable.
Yeah, he was. Oh God, I can't even think of his name. But they got his confession in prison when they sent in a undercover agent to be his prison mate, and then they have the camera in there, like total exactly what you would imagine in a movie.
Yeah,
and he's like laying there. He's like,
it's just writing itself.
like he's like laying there, and he's super
Willie
Wilton or
Willie Tickler.
God, it's like so right there.
Willie Tickles
at the Pig Palace. yeah.
Dude. Oh my gosh,
that was his band.
Willie Tickles.
Willie Tickle. Anyways, Willie Picton. That's his name.
Yeah.
Picton. Anyways,
close.
So, that little rabbit trail.
Yeah.
I did get pointed out an interesting fact about bunny trails.
Oh, literal bunny trails or rabbit trails?
Let me tell you. My friend was like, "Hey, Steven said rabbit trails on the last podcast twice. Did you pick that up?" Shout out to my buddy Josh.
Hey, Josh.
And I was like, I didn't notice. And he's like, have you ever Urban Dictionary'd a bunny trail? And I said, no, I've never looked it up. Do you want to know what it is?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's on a woman.
Oh, no. This has gone downhill real quick.
Yeah.
I did not expect you to go there.
Well, that's just what it means. And it's the happy trail.
It's like a landing strip.
From the belly button down south.
The belly button.
Well, like the fur, like the hair.
I mean, I get it. Yeah.
So that's a bunny trail.
The pubic area. That's a bunny trail?
Yeah. So think about that every time you've said that.
Well,
Hey,
that's
guys,
one way to get me to stop saying it.
I'm headed down another bunny trail here.
Oh my gosh! Oh, this whole time.
Now you know.
The amount of people I've said that in front of.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Guys, I got a couple bunny trails for you. They're like, no thanks.
Let's slide on down the bunny trail, everybody. Oh, gosh.
Sorry, Mrs. Cornfield, that your son's a pervert.
Yeah. Oh man. I might not stop saying it though.
Yeah. I mean, it could have multiple definitions.
It's kind of like my thing now.
Kind of like you should get that tattooed somewhere.
If we reach, let's see, like 1,000 downloads, and
on this episode.
No. Like there's that would be kind of interesting. Like if we posted a video and say if we get to 1,000 downloads, I will get I will get a bunny trail.
Oh, I'll take a picture.
I'll post that picture on Instagram.
God.
So make sure you follow us on it. No, I'm just kidding.
That's a good way for us to not get it.
I don't want to say anything. I bet you Alicia's like shaking her head right now. I'm like, oh my gosh.
This is my fiance.
Oh,
this is love.
Can't wait to marry that weirdo.
Old bunny trail.
But speaking about other things that don't, I now see what's the good word for it. I'm not going to say rabbit. I don't know. I just don't want to cave in.
That is the phrase.
All right. We got stickers now.
We do.
Yeah.
I saw that you pulled the trigger and I was like,
I didn't even tell you. I surprised them.
Yeah.
I surprised you with them.
You just sent me some pictures of your bunny trail and then you're like, oh, sorry, there was supposed to be a sticker.
Yeah. And so what I'm telling people right now, because like Kyle has half and I have half, and I'm keeping some in my coat, right? And so if anybody sees me in public,
and you actually like
local
them.
Alaska, well, don't scare me.
No.
Walk right up to me and just say, let me slide down that bunny trail.
No, this is what I think you do is if you see somebody you like out in public and you really like them, you'll give them a sticker.
So I'm the one that's going to them? They're not coming to me?
So people are going to come up and be like, hey, Steven, like, how's life? Try to be really interesting.
I won't
and
give
you're
them.
like, oh, cool.
I won't give them a sticker.
Yeah.
I got to try harder. Gotta try harder.
You wouldn't happen to have some of those stickers on you, would you?
You shut your mouth.
Nope.
I give them all away.
Fresh out. Yeah.
And then Barack Obama comes out. I'm like, hey, Barack. Here.
Barack, of all people, he's just walking around Anchorage.
Me and him, man, we go way back. But no, anyways, I'm excited. We got stickers. It's like kind of our first merch thing.
Yeah. I mean, this logo would do swell on a t-shirt too, I think.
I think so too.
It just has a good... pizzazz to it.
I like it. Shout out to our designer. It wasn't me, but it was a designer, canvas design company on Instagram. Did some good work. So I'm very excited about it, but I'm also, very excited to see it. That's the beauty of like seeing stickers, right? Getting stickers, like band stickers. You get to see them like plastered around town. You're like, I didn't put that there. someone else did. You know,
Kyle.
Yeah, damn
I
it.
did it.
Yeah.
Kyle did.
Yeah, but I just like when we had like kind of Caliber or even like the band stuff, it'd be like, oh, that's our sticker on that street
Somebody
light.
vandalized for me. I like it.
We didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
That's very illegal, but I still like it. It's a very nice sentiment.
I agree. Today, I came across this thing. I wasn't spending a lot of time on TikTok, but I'm kind of this anti-motivational mode.
Ooh.
Like not being
Like the anti-hustle mode?
Just like I hate seeing everything that's like
You got to get up at 7 a.m. and you got to go.
Just like everything that's out there right now. I'm just always I'm pessimistic about it because I'm just like, this person's living a lie. They're not living it.
I think some are. I 100%
I think a lot of them are.
Yeah.
But I will say this one popped up and for some reason it was a super cheesy TikTok, but it said something to me.
Didn't wanna.
I didn't wanna. Not that one. And it said, you are presented with 2 choices each day, evolve or repeat. And I don't know why that stuck with me because I think about where I am right now and I'm like kind of dissatisfied because January feels like a waste, like sick all month.
Yeah.
Just so many things going wrong. And I'm like,
You
I did not evolve. I didn't get better.
So
or
you
anyway.
repeat it.
I would say repeat it because I didn't like change anything.
Let's go into detail of like what they mean by that.
Evolve would mean to change.
Yep.
Maybe get better.
Yep.
Or devolve would be getting worse. Or repeat, which means that nothing changed.
Just
so
keeps
you're
the same.
still doing the same thing. And so I started thinking about it because it's about to be February and I'm like, what am I going to do to keep myself from repeating January or even the past year?
I love that.
And it's just one thing I noticed was last night I got home late from some golf, right? And I came home, I was hungry.
Yeah.
And the first thing I want to eat, what do you eat late at night?
Oh, like junk food.
Garbage, right? Like I looked at popcorn. I had some Diablo sticks from Moose's Tooth in the fridge. And I was like, oh, mama, I'm going to run a train on these.
Yeah.
And then I was like telling myself, I'm like, this is the kind of mentality that's going to keep me from changing. Because this is what I would do every time is like I would go straight for pizza or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I had a protein shake instead. I was like, one little change. And then I'm going to wake up tomorrow
Feeling
and not be upset at myself that I made a bad decision.
That would like fall under the category of like self-discipline.
Yes.
So much?
And it's just, I think what I have the hardest time with is I want to make these huge drastic changes. I want 1,000,000% change.
We all do that.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, we all do that. We're all like, oh, I'm going to lose 20
Everybody
pounds. Like before this, before going to Hawaii. I did that last year. I did it every year.
Yeah, it's human nature because I think even more so now is that we're on social media. We see these people that tell their stories be like, dude, I got shredded in whatever time frame. It doesn't matter.
Oh.
But it makes you feel like they did it super quickly.
Yeah.
You're just like, dude, I could get shredded
Now?
so quickly.
Get shredded now?
Yeah.
Ugh, okay.
And I just was
Tell
thinking
me
about
more.
the evolve or stay the same because evolution, if you're thinking of it from a scientific standpoint, takes such a long time for animals to evolve, whatever it may be.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's like you have to accept that making these tiny, minute changes over a long period of time is really how things will change.
Yeah.
And so not saying because I didn't have Diablo sticks last night, I'm going to be shredded, but that's one kind of domino in the whole formula that is going to be leading me to the
I like that
health.
because I think I've fallen into that curse, that pattern. Really, it's a pattern. And like Alicia pointed it out when we were like starting dating, because I was like, I think Monday I'm gonna go on a really strict diet, and like she would hear me say this and be like, "You've said this before. We've only been dating for 6 months, and you've said this already." She's like, "I'm already seeing a pattern." She's like, "Here's what you should do," and it was basically like, you need to be okay with where you are, like now, and be okay with that. And then slowly, I think, start to change things little bit by little bit. Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's exactly what you were saying. And so I feel like that's something that's still so hard for me to learn.
Yeah.
Is
It's
that like
very difficult.
I want that like drastic change now. I'm very fucking impatient when it comes to stuff like that. So I want it now, but it is the hard work, the discipline that you need to put into like see that 6-pack, you know?
Yeah, you have to be okay with not seeing results for a while, especially when it comes to health.
Yeah.
Like in business, sometimes you can see quick results or whatever work you're doing. Like I hate that we always kind of default to health or like entrepreneurship. Yeah, like if you're an artist, like sometimes you don't.
Maybe that's our niche.
Maybe.
Health and entrepreneurship. It could be.
Two things that we are mediocre at.
We have no idea what we're talking about.
Yeah. But I just like, everybody's out there struggling with something.
Yeah.
And we all want it to change immediately. But like very few people are willing to make like small changes over the long term. They're looking for a drastic switch.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that because like another thing I've noticed about my behavior towards I'm going to choose with working out and being healthy, right? Because I've been very open on here. It's like I hate working out, dude. I just don't like it. It's just like making myself feel uncomfortable, like, and then like not seeing gains. I want those gains. I want them now. So it's like I don't like it, and so because of that, my mindset is like I hate it. And then I hate doing it, even though it's healthy and it's helping me. And so basically, I've stopped working out. This is literally, I've just not been working out. I've been eating better. So I've been like eating a lot better, but I've been like not working out. And I've just recently, in the last week, been like, I'm going to do something. Every time I think about push-ups, doing 10 push-ups, I'm just going to do 10 push-ups.
Right.
So it doesn't matter where I am. I've literally, what did I do it? Oh, I was at a friend's house and I did it like, in their living room. And it was like literally, I'm like 10 push-ups, do. And then one of the first days I did it, I looked back and I'm like, holy shit, I did 60 push-ups today.
Right.
And I was like, I kind of enjoyed it because it was like so fast. But then you look at it, so it's like little changes, like what you're saying, but also it was like a big thing for me because I was like, I did 60 push-ups today. I was like, I haven't done, and like now, after doing it just a couple days, I'm like, I find the 10 being a little bit easier.
Right.
And a little bit easier. And so it is like those little things you change, and then it's actually like I'm already seeing results from it. Now I'm not seeing like I'm getting stronger, I'm getting dripped, but it is kind of nice to be able to be like, okay, I kind of enjoy that instead of like being like, I leave the 10 push-ups kind of being like, hey, that wasn't that bad. 10 push-ups, pretty easy to do. But when I'm leaving like a workout or a gym, I'm just like, oh, that sucked. It's like the total mindset change, right?
No, I mean, and that's what it takes is like, even today I was like, I don't really want to do the Peloton because like I don't have a very much time. So I was like, I'm going to pump out some push-ups, some pull-ups, just like something to get your body moving and sweating.
Move
exactly.
your body. School's out and it's time to party.
They should give us royalties for how much you sing that, I guess, is
dude,
how that
because
works.
That is such a good song, dude.
Yeah, it's like, don't flag us.
Let's not Bring Me the Horizon.
No. It's
Blessed by a Broken Heart.
Yeah.
Shout out to the old school.
Wherever they are.
Yeah, guy, if you know that, I love you, and you get a sticker.
You're going to get one.
You just sing. Actually, you see me in public and you sing that song. You get a sticker. Yeah. You get 2.
Somebody just walks right up to your face, just super
School's
close.
out and it's time to party.
Move your body. Oh, God.
Get away from me. Here, take it. I don't know who you are. I was just kidding.
Yeah, please don't do that.
No, I like it, though, as far as what you're saying is like you're making little changes, hopefully.
Yeah.
To be a big change.
Yeah, and I just think everything is building on each other.
Yeah.
Like, I'm doing some weird stuff, right? It's not even that weird, but like I'm playing around with like changing all the things that I use on my body to more natural. Like I'm stopping
I like that.
shampoo and conditioner.
Yeah.
Like I didn't wash my hair for like 2.5 weeks.
No way, really?
Yeah. Like I was just like, what's going to happen?
What did happen?
Tell me. Nothing. It just like was a little greasy. Like I washed it every day with water.
But you didn't put shampoo in it.
No, nothing.
Shampoo is the only thing I use that's not natural for my shower, and it makes me weirded out sometimes because I'm like, I do want to get natural shampoo.
Yeah, I just
anyway.
I asked the stupid questions.
I don't know what's in here.
I asked those stupid questions like what did we?
Yeah.
What was our hair like before we invented shampoo?
Yeah.
Or like anything like before we had deodorant. Like, were we healthy? Like, now I switched to a deodorant that doesn't have aluminum and all this stuff.
Yeah, I did that too.
And it's all could be hogwash.
What do you use?
The Dr. Squatch stuff.
Did you get that? The deodorant or
just the deodorant?
Okay.
Cool stuff though. It's like really strong.
Really?
Like I do like one pass.
Oh wow.
And like Molly, like if I get in bed, she's like, Jesus.
Really? It's intense,
I want you so bad. No, she doesn't say that.
Because I use their soap and I love it, but it's not. Yeah, I don't think it's that strong. Their soap.
The deodorant has got some punch.
I was curious about the deodorant. Interesting. Well, maybe I'll stick with my aluminum-free one that I get Fred Meyer's or something like that.
But I just been just playing around with a bunch of stuff because I feel like I gotta control my body first before like I attack my brain. Like my brain has got.
But I think they both come hand in hand though.
They do.
Because I think, like I said, like I have a very negative. There's something about working out that I just don't like, and I hate it. And but I love the feeling sometimes of being like, I did that. I didn't want to, but I did it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like over time, I still have a negative resentment to it, and so I'm trying to build up a positive, like reinforcement of like, hey, this is exciting. Get to it. And so
I think you got to do
to switch my brain.
Yeah.
I want to love working out. I want to get to like working out, but not because like I want to get 20 pounds lighter.
Yeah.
Or not because I want to see my 6-pack abs. Or not because I want to be whatever. Like I gotta want it because like it's healthy for me and it's a positive thing instead of just being like, there's a goal in mind, because that I'm like, seeing that's a pattern that we always get into.
I think you need to do something with other people because
that definitely helps too. The
I don't like working out by myself.
Yeah, the accountability really helps.
I don't even think it's that so much that you have somebody like kind of cheering you, like a coach, like, hey, nice set. Like you could push a little more if you come on. You can push.
Nice butt.
Yeah.
What? Yeah. Thank you.
Exactly.
I
working on my dump
it.
truck. But like, you get somebody like Chris in there, be like, hey, you could probably add another 5 on there. Like pushing you. And then at the same time, you're like, I don't want to fail.
Right.
And so you're like,
well, and isn't that where you learn, like, because it's the for me with going to Chris, and I haven't gone to Chris in forever, and Chris should sponsor this podcast and let us just go for free. But that's whatever.
That's a whole other
other thing. But no, having him like be like, okay, we're gonna do 3 sets of this, and then the second one I'm dead, and he's like, do it, freaking do it, you got it, on the 3rd set.
Yeah,
like that pushing through the hardship is like that's what you see the growth. So it's the 3rd set, it's always like the hardest time when you don't want to do it. And so by myself, I feel like
you're not going to push yourself.
I don't push myself as hard.
I don't either.
If I do.
That's why I got to go.
Bingo. Yeah.
I got to have somebody,
But I still think accountability to like keeping you on track is like very, like I said, I've talked about it at the marathon podcast episode, which was last year. It was like I did a marathon and having a group of 6 guys on the same group chat doing the same amount of miles I did today, and then like being like, well, Steven, are you gonna do it? And I'm like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna do it. Like that was like kind of that, but also digitally.
Sure.
Right.
I mean,
I definitely would not have done a marathon if it was just me.
Right.
There's so many mental barriers. So
yeah, right now I'm working on my perfect morning routine that I'm going to start here soon. And I'm not going to tell you what it involves. I'm going to wait till I do it for a little bit and then be like, yeah, I figured it out.
I mean, because I talked about this in the last 2 weeks, but I'm still in love with my morning routine. And that's another thing. I was like, I hated waking up early. It was just I needed to change my mindset towards like what was getting me up. And I actually told Alicia today, I was like, I think one of the things that's really getting me up is because I feel so close to like something big.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I feel like this podcast, we've been doing this for a while. Something's about to happen.
On the precipice
I feel like
of something.
I just feel like there's a lot, the people around me. I feel like we're on the precipice of some fun stuff.
Yeah, we're like crowning.
Yeah, I really feel like we're on
the last push.
We're chest bursting.
I see a head.
Yeah. I just feel like there's something, and so I think I was telling her we were driving home today, and I was like, I think that is because like I wake up early and I feel that I'm like I want to find out what it is, and so I want to go downstairs and start like figuring out like what's in my head, how do I get it out, because we're right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I mean, I feel
really
that.
So as soon as this is over, and as soon as I hit that big thing, I'm back to sleeping until 10 a.m.
Bingo.
Back
I like
to
it.
eating like shit. No, I'm just kidding.
We both have been watching Ozarks quite a bit.
Baby. And no spoilers. We
Yeah,
don't want to
you
say any
can't say
spoilers.
anything.
But it is such a fun show to not be spoiled. And I appreciate it because you watched it before me. And I appreciate it because I was very it's funny because when I gasped,
Where they had the Breaking Bad crossover.
bro. So when like some big things happen and there's some big
yeah.
moments, of course,
yeah.
in the season finale, or not this. Well, it's not really season finale, but
It's a
half season finale,
Yeah, mid-season.
Like, that I would be like, oh my gosh, like I would just like react, and like I've talked about it before. The dog, it will like sense your emotions and see that you're focusing on the TV and just gun at the TV.
Bite you.
And so like during that episode, there were some times I was like, whoa, and she would like she'd go attack the TV because I was like, no, it's fine.
It's okay. Jason Bateman's a good guy.
He might seem like he's bad, but he's very nice.
So we started. I told Molly, I was like, "You gotta watch this show," because I've discussed this many times. We don't watch shows together because she falls asleep watching shows, and she makes it like 20 minutes, and I have to finish a show.
Oh, see, I'm the exact opposite.
What do you mean?
I can turn off a show in the middle. I don't have to finish it. I can turn it off at like 1/3 of the way through and just do something else. I don't need to finish it.
I'm saying like then we have to back up because she's like doesn't remember where she dozed off to,
Yes,
and
I
I'm
get
like,
that.
nope,
Yeah.
I'm already.
I get that,
And so we don't usually get along in that aspect if we're watching it at night. But we watched the first episode again of Ozarks, and
the first season.
Yeah, we started all
the way back
I told
there.
her, I was like, you got to watch this.
Okay.
And even that first episode, because there's some stuff watching season 4 that I didn't really remember.
Yeah, that they talk about.
Yeah.
They have a little recall. And I didn't remember that either. Yeah.
And so I was watching it again and just like what happens with his partner. And I won't even say it because some people probably won't even watch season 1. But there's just, I'm going to say this right now on the podcast.
Yep.
I'm never going to work for the cartel. That's it.
You heard it here first. You heard it here
guys,
first.
if you see my resume on Indeed, don't even reach out. Don't.
Are we talking about any cartel, like the mafia?
Oh, no, nope, not gonna do it.
The mob.
I just won't.
Okay, that's pretty good.
That's my one
a
bugaboo.
blanket, just a blanket statement of just no to all those,
No.
left, right,
Anything.
wing. Yeah. Okay.
So
KC mob.
Yeah, it's crazy because like that, you never think about like how real some of that stuff is. How like they will wipe out your whole family.
So let's give a little bit of a description, and we don't have to talk about Ozark's long, but like Ozarks is a show on Netflix, and it's about basically in my head, the story is about a good cookie cut, like what seems like a good cookie cutter family on the outside. You get into the inside, and like, they're actually bad people. But they have to do bad things to kind of keep their family together. At least that's what they think. And so they're kind of put into these like otherworldly things. And so basically, they end up doing these pretty horrendous shit for like a cookie cutter family, right? I mean, without giving stuff away, is that kind of like, that's basically in my head, it's like a descent into darkness.
It's very,
especially Wendy Bird, dude. I mean, you gotta admit,
don't ruin it.
Oh no, there is no ruining.
You don't know that.
She literally in the first episode, first season, you're like, boom.
She's
she's a dog, dude. She's a dog.
I compare it very much to Breaking Bad, where it's a good man is forced to make bad decisions, and then he kind of gets lost in the bad world.
That's a good way. Yeah, I mean,
and
that's similar.
That's what would happen to me.
Yeah,
you put me in that
100%.
situation. I'm going dark.
I would have been dead though.
Oh yeah,
that's true. First episode, first season, I would be like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah,
done.
You'd have to think pretty quick.
Definitely, I'm giving it, because I really like it. I'm giving it 5 out of 5 Stevens.
Yeah, it's definitely
addicting.
One of my favorite shows.
Dark and violent. and pretty like, there is definitely some moments grotesque if you're not into that kind of stuff. So don't watch it if you got a easy stomach. But I definitely recommend it. I think Kyle does too. Is it 5 out of 5, Kyle's?
Yeah, I'll give it the old 5 out of 5.
Okay.
I would, because
so that's a 10 across the board right now. So definitely highly recommend Ozark for sure.
I would never tell somebody that not to watch it. Besides maybe like my parents.
Yeah,
I don't think they would
or
dig
Caroline.
It. Nah, she watched it with me.
Pew, pew,
Yeah.
pew, pew,
Yeah.
pew.
I was like, this is what happens when you're a snitch. So we had fun.
What else? Anything like any movies, TV shows?
Man, not really.
It has been a while that we've talked about entertainment.
I know, because we were kind of cutting back somewhat.
Yeah. And I definitely did.
Yeah, the last thing we kind of talked was Don't Look Up.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And I don't really recall.
Did you watch The Matrix, the new one?
No.
You didn't watch that one?
I'm a big Matrix fan.
I watched, even like the stuff that we haven't talked about. Did you watch the Harry Potter 20th anniversary?
Never.
Okay. Doesn't matter. Card Counter?
No.
It's a new one. I'm just going
Is it about card counting?
Yes.
Or is it like a play on
No. Ghostbusters, the new one.
No.
We definitely, me and Alicia went through some romantic comedies. We watched Sleepless in Seattle. You've Got Mail.
Oh, that's a
She'd
classic.
never seen the old Meg Ryan ones. And I was
Really?
like, we've got to watch those.
Watching them email each other.
Isn't it like, and I don't know, I think I like Sleepless in Seattle better, but I've watched You've Got Mail so many times.
Yeah, I've actually seen that a creepy amount of times too.
Yeah, I don't know what it was, but like I've talked about this too because I had an infatuation with Failure to Launch.
Okay.
For some reason. I think a part of that reason was Terry Bradshaw.
Okay, yeah.
The old man and the funny guy. I just love him. And so, but I just loved also the vibe and the feel of that movie. So I watched it countless times. And same with You've Got Mail. I was obsessed with that movie for so long. Just I loved it. Just it was like whimsical to me.
I had this weird mentality that the more in tune and more knowledgeable I was about chick flicks, the more likely
you would
women
get a chick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I just felt like if girls would be like, "Oh, he's seen all these movies, he knows about them." Like,
yeah,
he's way better than any guy.
I know what I'm talking about.
Just to let you know, it backfired. Don't do it.
I was say I definitely don't think it helped me at all to live in a magical.
Yeah,
world.
my sister made me grow up watching all those movies.
But there is something about romantic comedy that's just like it's a feel good thing.
Yeah,
right. Of course, because like we watched. I've been watching Euphoria. Right, Euphoria is an HBO show now.
Oh.
That is a very it is talk about dark. It's kind of heavy. It's very heavy subject matter. But it all happens to teenagers in high school.
Okay.
So it's also like kind of adds a little bit of like uncomfortableness there because you're like, oh, I shouldn't be watching this. But it is so well done. Like as a filmmaker standpoint, it's phenomenal. The screenwriting, everything is just the storytelling was just like it got you invested to these characters. But I think we were watching one the other night. I think it was that, and basically we watched it and it was like bedtime. And like it was like Alicia was like, "Well, I can't go to bed. I have to watch something like a palate cleanser." So we had to watch like 30 Rock or something. So I'm like, "There's got to be something like because I am watching like freaking Ozarks and it's like dead whatever blah 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 and then it's like, all right, go to bed."
Yeah,
it's like there's got to be some kind of psychological thing where you're like your brain is just like because for her she's like that was intense, that was really tough, and I'm like, oh yeah, I guess that was kind of intense. You know what I mean? There is a I
get that
disconnect there because I'm like, am I getting desensitized? Yeah, I feel like I am because I'm like, I just saw someone get their brains blown out, and I'm like,
well, I guess we're both gonna be sleeping tonight. Yeah, I don't know. I gotta look at it. I get it.
Yeah,
but I also look at it as like I know it's not real.
I think that's where we differ.
Yeah, like
For
if
sure.
I really watched a video of somebody getting their head blown off,
that's a
be
whole
like,
nother thing.
Oh, that makes me feel icky.
Yes,
but I'm like, that actor did a great job.
Yeah,
acting dead.
That's exactly. I think that's where my head goes. Is like, oh wow, the prosthetics in that, or the.
Well, that's why I'm like, if somebody gets shot in the head, like the ability to not move after or like flinch or I think of like the details, and I'm like, oh well, we're not going to see that actor anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
like I don't think like, oh,
it's just different.
God.
I think, but I mean, like there is like something to it where it's like it is intense subject matter, and you're just like, okay, off to bed, here we go. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. I should like maybe stop watching like intense dark stuff right before I go to bed, because I was watching another one, Archive 81.
Oh,
and
I kind of gave up on that.
Yeah, it wasn't that. Honestly, it wasn't that good. I gave it like 2 Stevens. Honestly,
I don't even really
2 fixes.
Yeah.
I give it 2 Fs. Yeah.
I really just stopped caring what was going to happen.
Yeah.
It didn't intrigue me.
It should have been 2 episodes.
Yeah.
It should have been just like a movie, because it like drew it long out, and like, it was just like, okay, same thing happened this episode that happened the last episode. Yeah. Same thing happened this episode.
You have to tell me what happens at the end just so I know.
It was kind of,
don't ruin it.
It was kind of just like, it was like, of course it was kind of a letdown.
Great.
Yeah. It was kind of, I mean, don't watch it. You want to watch it.
I'm not.
But it was like I said, 1.5,
1.75 Stevens.
Yeah, I would have to say it's probably around there.
Well, I think that kind of like fills us in on each other. We filled each other in.
Oh God.
We got bunny trails. We've covered all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, we're in person today. We talked because I haven't seen you in like. Yeah. We saw you digitally last week.
We digitally saw each other.
And so now it's like we feel good.
We're back in the saddle.
Everything's happening.
We're ready to ride this pony.
And if you want to see our faces together, you can go to our YouTube channel.
Oh, that's true.
I can't say youtube.com/Kyle and Steven Presents yet, because we're not big
enough.
You know why? Because you need 100 subscribers.
And we are at 99 probably. So
or maybe right there.
If maybe 100 of you could just press it, get us to 199.
Now we've done the math, and there is more people that we need that for subscribers that listen to this podcast every week. Now, if I'm just begging you, unless those numbers are just my mom accidentally downloading on like several,
she's got podcasts. A whole phone bank that she's just like download.
I appreciate those downloads, Mom. Thank you. But no, I want everybody, and like that's the only thing I think I'm gonna say to do is like I would love it and I would appreciate it. Go to our YouTube channel. You can find our links on Instagram.com/Kyle and Steven Presents. And just go to our YouTube channel.
Just accidentally press subscribe.
You don't even have to mean to.
Log into every account you have on YouTube.
Yeah.
The ones you use for anonymous browsing, blah, blah,
and that's
blah.
another thing too. Like I've literally accidentally, because I've had to start YouTube channels. I've accidentally started like 2 YouTube channels that I don't know how to get rid of.
You don't use them to subscribe.
I have no idea how to get rid of like an email address that was just made for spam.
Oh yeah.
And then I just accidentally made it for a YouTube channel. I was like, oh, I meant to do this other email. Anyway, it exists. So those accounts, go subscribe. It doesn't even need to be your main one.
No.
You don't even need to see us.
Make a fake one.
We would love to get those 100 subscribers. That's all we want. And so we can actually make it youtube.com/Kyle and Steven.
And that's where a lot of the content's going to live from now on.
Yeah. Every week there's a podcast and we put the video out. And now, like, sometimes it's late on Monday, so it's not exactly out, but sometimes
it's true.
But it's there every week.
So that's for, sometimes you're probably listening to this podcast and be like, God, these guys' voice, they're probably
they look like
super handsome.
I was gonna say go the opposite and be like they sound like tards.
No. My dad never told me I had a voice or a face for radio. But what you can do is you can go onto the YouTube and watch us.
Yeah.
And you can watch our little nuances and our tics and just everything.
And every once in a while I just glance at the camera.
Make them
you know what I mean?
Something.
I Jim it from The Office. I Jimbo it. I just like
Jimbo.
Yeah, and so if you're watching, you see these little like glances. It's like it's just a me and you thing.
Ooh,
no one else is here.
Then
just
we're gonna eventually play a game called The Office Game, where if you can put the timestamp of when you look at the camera, free sticker.
Oh, that's actually really good. Yeah. I will mail stickers out.
But not starting now. Not starting now.
Starting now. No. Oh, God dang it.
But we could have that. If you can call out timestamps of when you look at the camera.
Next episode starting.
Okay. I like it.
What if I just like
you're
stop
just looking at it.
Zoom.
Yeah.
I just keep looking.
That's going to be a very expensive sticker order.
We gotta order more stickers.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, we love you guys. We thank you for listening. I appreciate you listening and watching. And Kyle, what are we going to do?
We're going to see him next week.
Thanks for tuning in. Kyle and Steven will be back with a new episode next week. In the meantime, check out GoFixYourselfPodcast.com. And remember to always go fix yourself.